Hello and welcome to the Stress Mastery Podcast. I am your host, Peggy Romero. Thank you for joining me on this Saturday episode. I appreciate you taking your time. So today's topic has been about wisdom. And wisdom is designed as the ability to acknowledge and experience, to make good decisions and judgment. So using knowledge is key because you can know a lot of stuff, but if you're not using it to implement or, using it to create a great life, then it's not wisdom. So wisdom is the ability to organize your life, to spend your time wisely. Ralph Waldo Emerson said, "The invariable mark of wisdom is to see the miraculous in the common." That's kind of cool, just enjoying everyday life. There's a Zen proverb I read. Knowledge is learning something every day. Wisdom is letting go of something every day. Wow, that's cool. Thomas Jefferson said, "Honesty is the first book of wisdom." St. Augustine said, "Patience is the companion of wisdom." Here's a great one. George Bernard Shaw was quoted as saying, "We are wise not by the recollection of our past, but by the responsibility for our future." I love that one. So here's another one that I read. Wisdom is knowledge that is guided by our understanding. We have to have the wisdom of knowledge to understand why certain things happen in our life and trust God will lead us over any obstacles that come our way. Okay, one more. Anthony Douglas Williams. Knowledge comes from learning, and wisdom comes from living. I thought that was awesome. So we have the opportunity every day to learn and grow, to let things go. Well, the core essence of stress mastery is understanding the function and operation of the human being. That's the knowing. But the wisdom of stress mastery then is when you're able to use that understanding to create the life you desire. And I mean, isn't that what it's all about? Wouldn't it be wise to use every opportunity, every challenge to create the life that we desire? I mean, that's stress mastery. All of those quotes, all of those sayings fit right into what we learn here at Stress Mastery every single day. Understanding why we do what we do, why we say what we say, and why we feel or behave the way we feel. Oh my gosh, that's all wisdom. Understanding that we are all created the same, that the programming that we hold dictates our behavior. Using that knowledge to flip the script and self-author our life. We can self-author our whole life. That's wisdom. I mean, isn't that amazing? When you start understanding that no matter how you behaved yesterday, no matter what you just said a minute ago or what you did or how you felt this morning, the next moment, this moment can be different. Letting go of the programs, all of that stuff that you keep stuck, releasing the hurt and the pain and the fear, the discomforts that we have, all those bad habits, it's possible. Like, we really can do it. Tomorrow does not have to be the same as today. And I'm proof positive of that. So I learned this really awesome saying that I want to share with you guys today. I guess it's like, you could call it a mantra. I'm not sure if that's what it is, but it says, "I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you." So these words are wise. So last week we were talking about relationships. So of course, all week long, it was bringing up every relationship I've ever had. The good ones and the bad ones, the ones that I have currently, and all the ones in the past. And here's what I know. These words, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, they're healing. And here's the really cool thing. When you get activated, you can use the let go technique, of course, works like a miracle. And you can also incorporate these words. Yes, I can allow myself to feel hurt by that thing or those words or that relationship. And yes, I can allow myself to see things differently. It's often their ego trying to connect with your ego. And it's not wise to engage egos. It's never going to turn out right. So you can use, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, while you're in the conflict, just silently, go through it. Or when you're at home and you're activating thinking about it, then you can use them out loud or just, meditate on them while the program's activated. Then you have the opportunity to release it, right? So if you're thinking about somebody who hurt you or said something unkind to you, or whether it's somebody that you love or someone like a boss, or it could be anybody, even someone on the street, something that didn't work out the way that you were hoping for, you can let go of it. You can let go of the regret, the pain of that experience. And it's really hard to stay activated when you're saying, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. Those are like heartfelt words. So connect to your heart and say it like you mean it. Say it like a boss, as they would say in these days. So it's been really helpful for me to keep these simple words. They're like in the front of my mind now. And I don't think it matters what order you say them in. That's the order that I hold them in my mind, but it doesn't matter. But I'm going to go through each of them. So I love you. I've noticed over maybe the last 10 years that more and more people are saying I love you to each other, which I think is amazing and awesome. Love you, bye has become a really common salutation among people that I know. Like so many people say love you, bye when we're talking on the phone. It was never like that before. It's a breath of fresh air. And I believe in telling people that you love them, not just because it might be their last day on earth or your last day, but just because it makes you feel good to know that you're loved. So why not share the love? I wasn't raised like that, so it was really uncomfortable, kind of hard for me to say, but it's not anymore. So let people know that you love them. Let it just roll off your tongue easily. Remember that old saying, the love in your heart wasn't put there to stay, because love isn't love till you give it away. So give your love freely. Give it to everyone. The next one is, I'm sorry. So when you're wrong, and it's okay. Remember to always see the other person's perspective. Don't get stuck in pride. You don't have to be right all the time. And honestly, sometimes there is no right or wrong. You're both right or you're both wrong. There is no right or wrong lots of times. The ego wants us to defend ourselves by attacking the other person, their beliefs, their words. We can't even hear their argument because we're so stuck. We're so guarded. That's not wise, guys. I mean, all of us are one in this universe. We're one in the spirit. So to attack another person is really hurting yourself. So we want to put love and kindness out in the world. So just say you're sorry. Don't just say it. Be sorry. Mean that you're sorry. The ego spouts off quicker than you can even imagine. It's like milliseconds. And the quicker that you can realize it, the faster that you can see it, will really help you, which is another great thing about stress mastery. And learning how to become aware of your ego. Slowing down. Is this me or my ego? Allowing yourself to realize what's happening to you and don't let yourself go red. Remember, response comes from the heart. Reaction comes from the head. Response is green zone. Reacting is red zone. Awareness is key because we make much better decisions from the green zone than we ever will from the red zone. And remember, we're always going to go red zone first to protect ourselves. It's like the alarm system goes off and we're ready to defend ourselves at all cost. But with awareness and keeping quiet, connecting to your heart, this in time will quiet the ego. This is how we can live with wisdom, by just taking care, staying connected to our heart. By taking what we know, we learn what to do, so that's knowing, but then we have to practice it. And practice makes perfect. Knowing something without experience firsthand isn't wisdom. It's just like book knowledge or head knowledge. When you live your life in the green zone, it feels so much better than being anxious, upset, angry all the time. So when you blow it, acknowledge it. Say you're sorry and let it go. When somebody hurts you, try compassion, try grace, understanding. My gosh, it feels so much better when you can allow yourself to live with a forgiving heart. When you're able to acknowledge that all of us make mistakes, including me, including you. We all have our past and our programming, and that's what our behavior is dictated by what's held in mind. So the person that hurt you is acting out their programs. That's what they hold in mind. That's how their life is. That's their identity. What we're holding on to in our minds is not the same as who you are. It's not the same as what you hold in your heart. And what they have in their mind, their experiences, their knowledge, it's all individual. We all have our own experiences. We've all walked our own path. We all have our own hurts, our own pains, and our own joys, hopes, and dreams. We each hold something different in mind. So we have to be forgiving because we're not the same. Even though in many ways we are, our programs are definitely not the same. So I know a lot of people have a really hard time with the forgiveness part. But it's so wise to learn how to forgive. Make it a priority. I remember figuring this out a really long time ago. I don't, I read it somewhere. I didn't, make it up. But I realized wow, me not forgiving them is only hurting me. When you don't forgive someone, it only hurts you. It's not hurting them. They're on their way. They have moved on, or maybe they're still mad. Who cares? It doesn't matter. But when you forgive them, whether you forgive them or not, it doesn't affect them. It only affects you. You know what I'm saying? People think, I'm not going to forgive them. They did that to me. So what? Why are you going to keep being mad about it? If you won't forgive them because you're hurt, you're the one carrying the hurt. If you won't forgive them because you're angry, you're carrying the anger. And if you won't forgive them because they betrayed you, you're the one carrying betrayal. Those are all red zone energies. Why? Why would you carry them? How does that possibly benefit you? It doesn't. It only hurts you, and it's not hurting them. So is that wise? Of course not. Why on earth would you want to carry around the hurt, anger, and betrayal? It's like that heavy load in the backpack that I'm always talking about. I don't think that you would want to carry it if you realized, if you had the awareness that all this angst that you're feeling, that you're carrying around with, if you could realize that you could let it go, wouldn't you rather let it go? I think so, because that kind of stuff feels terrible. Living in the red zone hurts. Hurt upon hurt upon hurt. And we just keep putting more on top and stuffing it down. We have expectations that we put on people, and we're expecting them to behave a certain way. And when they don't, when they treat us unkind, or they say something that we don't agree with, or they do whatever they do, then it ends up leading to resentment. So when the expectation leads to resentment every time that you're disappointed, then that just adds to it. So we have to forgive people. We have to understand why they're doing what they're doing and realize that it's no different than why we're doing what we're doing. And this is why forgiveness is so important. It's not just forgiving the other people, it's also forgiving yourself, because none of us are perfect. We all make mistakes. I've realized many times, even after working through so many things in the past few years, that I'll just keep having something come to mind. It bugs me. It doesn't hurt like it used to, or it doesn't hurt as much as it used to. But I don't think that I should have things in my mind that somebody said or did to me 40 years ago. I mean, why is it still coming to mind? Well, not unless it's a really good thing, then that'd be okay, because that'll put a smile on your face over and over. But here's a really good example. So I was married to a complete jerk from the time I was 18 till I was 27. Well, I've always loved bold, bright colors, and I love them for clothes too. And I like clunky, junky jewelry, as my mom used to call it. And the funny thing is, I like that bold stuff, but I don't really like to stand out. I'm not really into bringing a whole bunch of attention to myself. But of course, that stuff does make you stand out. So when you don't have a ton of self-confidence and you don't feel like you look as good as you could, you have to set your mind. You have to have a really good day that day in order to be able to pull it off, because you know that people are going to notice you, like when you're wearing jewel tones and stuff. So when I was 20 years old, I bought this really cute outfit. It wasn't super bright, but it had stripes on it and had a big collar on it. It was so cute. This was new for me. I already had a baby, and so I rarely went and bought anything for myself because, my baby always needed things. And of course, I was going to get what she needed first. So I hardly ever got anything new. So this was a big deal. It was a big risk, and it was this gamble because I wasn't a person who was going to buy it and then put it in the closet. I was only going to get to buy one thing, so I was going to wear it. So I think my husband and I were having like a date night or something. I'm not sure what the big occasion was. Maybe we were going to, a wedding or a party or something. I don't know. But I bought this outfit. Probably got my taxes back or, something. And so I was all dressed up, my hair fixed and my makeup on, and I am sure that I looked really great. So he comes home and sees me. And you know what he said after I spent all this time getting ready? He said, "Why did you buy that? That looks like a clown suit." Oh my gosh, stabbed to the heart. And here's the deal. Someone said something about my clothes last year too, that I should dress nicer, that I should set myself apart, that when people are going to look at you, you should, look your best. Well, I spent a lot of time thinking about that because I know, this is my programming, right? This is one of the life programs that I've been carrying. I was taught when I was a kid, you don't need to look better than everybody else because it makes you, stuck up. And you don't need to act like you're better than you are. You're not all that. We called it being stuck up back then when we were kids. I don't know what people call it now. And I don't want people to think that I'm stuck up. So when I used to work for Allstate, I intentionally didn't wear really expensive things because I didn't want my clients to think that I thought I was better than them, that I was a step above them. Instead of dressing business professionally, I dressed business casually. So I dressed appropriate, I dressed nice, but I purposefully didn't dress up. So then when I got with Joe like 10 years ago, he had made a few comments like, because I dressed nicer than just, I didn't look like I was on my way to the park or the playground or to go camping. I looked like I was going to work. So then we'd be going out to dinner or going over to a friend's house, and I was totally comfortable dressing in this business casual way. And then one day on the way home, he said, after a nice night, he says, "I don't know why you always think that you have to dress better than everybody else. It doesn't make you better than anybody." Oh, crap. So this started making me dress down again. So I would change my clothes every day after work, and I end up wearing shorts and tank tops every single day. But then last year when I was told to dress nicer, it's like, oh, now another conflict arises. I spent so much time thinking about that. And I had to go back to where all of this came from, like go back through my life. Why do I dress how I dress? Why do I think how I think? I mean, I like to dress because I'm comfortable. I don't know. It's hard to explain. But if I'm going to try to put myself out there to be the best that I can be, that would include how I look. So why would I not want to look nicer? If I'm going to let go of programs that say if I dress a step above, it means that I think that I'm better than them, I mean, I have to deal with it because I want to let it go. I want to dress how I want to dress because that's how I want to dress. Why would I not dress a little bit nicer if I want to? In fact, I like dressing a little bit nicer than I had been dressing for the last 5 or 6 or 8 years. I was dressing down because somebody else thought that I should. So after sitting with all of this, programming for a while, I made a decision to intentionally buy some new clothes that were still comfortable, but a little bit nicer, just not jeans and t-shirts. So I've been wearing a lot of dresses lately. And of course, I've been losing weight consistently, so I have to, go get new clothes from time to time. So just slowly but surely, I've been replacing them. So now I have like more dresses than I have jean shorts, which is something. So like I said, a few nicer things. They're still not really fancy, but I'm totally comfortable with them. So anyways, all that to say, last week or 2 weeks ago, I'm getting ready to go on vacation. So I wanted to get some clothes that are easy to pack and that I could wear for a couple times over the next few weeks. So I see this really cute jumpsuit, and I love jumpsuits, even though I'm short. I think they look better on tall people, but I like them. So I try on this jumpsuit and I'm like, okay, this is cute. I'm going to get it. I try it on. And these words from 40 years ago come crushing back down on me. Why are you buying that? Do I look like a clown? Oh my gosh, you guys. How many times do I have to be reminded that he thought I looked like a clown when I was 20? I mean, come on. So how many years am I going to be stuck with that comment? The good thing is I don't let it affect me anymore. Well, not like it used to. I still bought the outfit. I mean, there was a time, believe me, I would not have bought it. That would have came striking back. I would have put it on the hanger and decided, yeah, I look like a clown. Well, I did buy the outfit, and I wore the outfit the other day with confidence, and I got like 3 or 4 compliments before I even got off the plane. So that was pretty awesome. But even when I think of the words, it doesn't hurt me. It doesn't stab me or rattle me or shake my confidence like it used to. But I don't think it's wise to carry the comment with me for all these years. It would be wise to let it go. I mean, I've not spoken to this man in 25 or 30 years. The kids that we had together are grown. Melissa is 42 and Tyler's 37. I don't need to have any contact with him. We have nothing in common now that the kids are grown up. But still, in my head, I have this contact with him just because this comes to mind, and it makes no sense. So, forgiveness, but also forgive and forget. Let it go. The truth is, I have forgotten many, many things that he said to me because he said really cruel things. I mean, I was with the guy for 10 years, and that's how he behaved. You know, he was kind of vicious with his words. So the good news is that when those memories come up, they don't rattle me like they used to. But the bad news is sometimes they still come up, and it bugs me. Someday I'll be able to put on an outfit and never think about what he said. So forgiveness. I forgive him for all of that. I forgave him a long time ago, which helps it from not hurting. He said mean things to me because his past and his experiences, that was his programming, and that was how he dealt with it. But forgiveness of myself, okay, that's sometimes a little bit harder. Why would I let somebody treat me like that? But I have to forgive myself for allowing it. And you have to forgive yourself too. So when we're having a hard time with stuff like this, guys, it helps so much to journal it out. For me, I journal it out. I ask God to help me release it. Lord, why am I still carrying this? And I'm happy that I don't feel the hurt and the pain anymore. And I look forward to the day when it doesn't ever come up again. So the last one on this list is thank you. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Gratitude. Gratitude is everything, guys. Be thankful every day for everything you have. And that includes the conflicts. You can be grateful for everything because you can use every conflict as an opportunity. What can I learn from this? What are you trying to show me? And remember, when one door opens, surely another one's going to open every single time. I mean, when one door closes, when one door closes, one will open. That's just the way it works out. And I just heard this earlier this week, and I don't remember where. Might have been in the community. We don't see the world as it is. We see the world as we are. So be aware, be grateful. Cup half full, not cup half empty. It's all in our perception. Close every day intentionally with a gratitude journal. It works wonders. Challenge yourself every single day to find at least 5 things that you're grateful for. And you can do that even on a bad day. I mean, 5 things, come on, make it a habit and they'll just come flowing out. So there it is. There's the mantra. There's the saying. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. You guys, these are wise words to live by. So thank you for joining me on the podcast today. And that is it for today's podcast. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope that this will help you. I like this episode. Write those words down and look at them every day until you have them memorized. Like with the let go technique, I used to have it on Post-it notes all over the place. It will help you if you keep reminding yourself of it instead of just, hearing it once and letting it go. Write them down. Hold them in your heart. They've really helped me in times of conflict these past, maybe 6 months ago, she told them to me. Anyways, it might work for you too. And all of them are really wise things to live by anyway. So just try it. And remember, guys, our mission here is to create a shift in the planet. And you can join us on this mission by simply like, share, and subscribe. The links are right below the show notes. And I hope you will live every day on purpose. Stay inspired. God bless you.